Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides, and I am here with a 3 month wrap up of my ownership of my Ford Focus RS. It's been 3 months since I brought her home, and I'm here to give you a little update of things that I've been liking about her and things that I've noticed that I don't really like so much. And I guess one of the biggest questions that I keep getting is, do I miss my Type R since I got rid of that to get the Focus RS? Well, I think one place I want to start off with that has surprised me. Now, obviously, the RS is based off of a Focus. Type R is based off of a Civic. Um, the WRX STI is technically based off of an Impreza, even though I know it's not listed as an Impreza anymore. One thing that I notice is that with those types of cars, when it comes to paint, you're not getting an extra quality paint job, even though you're spending more on the car compared to its standard version. So what I mean by that is when you get a Ford Focus RS or you get a Ford Focus, you're going to get the same type of paint job, even though you're paying more money. And the reason why we're paying more money is for what's underneath the hood, the drivetrain, the interior bits, that kind of stuff. But one thing that I've noticed compared to my 2015 STI and the other STIs that I've owned, and also my Type R, with over 3,000 miles, even though I daily drive this thing, there's not maybe one rock chip on there. Maybe there might be one little rock chip on the front of the car. Other than that, she's spotless. And I've driven her to Daytona for the 24 hours Daytona back in January. Like I said, I drive her every single day. Around here in my neck of the woods, there's always a lot of road construction, resurfacing, sand. So the chance to get rock chips are really great. But what I've noticed so far, it's going really good. And I'm going to knock on wood on that one so that I don't jinx myself. But even the spots like where the hood meets the front nose, it's really really great. So that's one thing that I noticed, and I think maybe something that has a little to do with that is how the front end is designed. It's got that nice open look to it. There's not a lot of body work, but you would still think, like I said, on the hood or even on the corners of the front bumper that there would be some rock chips. But things are looking great. So far, I've been getting about 20, 21 miles of the gallon, which I think is really great because I do driving in traffic, but I also have been doing some great spirited driving, been going out to some of the fun back roads in my neck of the woods when I get a chance. A little busy with work right now, with school, getting ready for the end of the year tests and all that kind of stuff. But um, I have noticed that I'm enjoying driving the RS really a lot. I mean, it's got for me, it's got that ferocity compared to my Type R. The Type R was more like a surgical knife, where this has a little bit more ferocity, a little bit more grittiness. One thing that I've noticed that I don't like, and I've noticed this a little bit more since I've been doing a little bit more spirited driving, is when I get up in that higher RPM range, say like 6,000 RPM, she starts to run out of steam. And surprisingly, with a turbocharged car, you would think that wouldn't be the case, but it is. Now, the great news is the boost comes in very low and really boosts in a very linear way. But she does run out of steam, and best thing to do is shift early to get into that next gear, to where the power band is. If I compare that to my Type R was different. The Type R, even at 6,000 RPM, 6,500, 7,000 RPM, still pulled. Now, the big difference is from a dead stop, this thing with the all-wheel drive is just unbelievable. I'm going to show you in a video update coming soon the launch control feature on this. A lot of fun, makes all the right sounds. It sounds like a rally car leaving one of the stages at the start, and really just pulls nicely. So stay tuned for that. Whereas with the Type R, obviously first gear, front wheel drive, it's not a good recipe to get traction. Now, when it comes to handling, if you don't have the car in that stiffer suspension, the car really doesn't bounce around that much. It actually has a pretty good solid feel. If you put in that stiffer suspension setting, it really just bounces like a pogo stick all over the place. I'd be curious when I go to do a track day, um, if that's going to make a difference, especially if I go and run like, say, Moroso Park over in Palm Beach, West Palm Beach, where it's a little bit smoother than, say, Sebring. I'm curious to see what that stiffer suspension setting is going to feel like. But on the road, soft is the way to go. what I've noticed is that when you pitch it into a turn, even though the road may be a little uneven, it settles nicely and it stays rock solid. I'm sure a lot of that has to do with the torque vectoring, the way that the all-wheel drive system works. It's a really secure feeling, and you just keep rolling on that throttle, and you feel like you could do no wrong. Um, Whereas with the Type R, it was a little, you had to be a little bit more precise with your input, and it was more of a smoother surgical type feel, compared to the RS. The RS, you could really feel the car working, and I like that. That's what's fun. And at the end of the day, which one is faster on a track? I think the biggest option is who's behind the wheel. That's really gonna be a deciding factor. But like I said, overall gas mileage, I've been getting pretty good gas mileage, 20, 21 miles a gallon. Um, Cleaning her. I love cleaning my vehicles. I love taking care of my vehicles. One thing my grandmother said to me many, many years ago when I was younger was, you could tell if a man is going to take care of his wife, his girlfriend, fiance, whatnot, based off of how he takes care of his car. So I take very good care of not only my car but also my wife's car, and it's so easy to clean. One, two, three. The lines are great for water to just run off. I use a master blaster and a leaf blower, and it dries real quickly. I'm going to have a vlog coming up in a little bit, showing some of my detailing products that I use. I know a lot of you have been asking me questions about that. And what's great is I found a nice collection of items to use that's not going to bust your wallet. And you're going to get that beautiful showroom shine, to where you could go. And if you want to enter a car show and try to win a certain class or whatnot, I've done that in the past. Versatility, still loving the hatchback. Now, don't shy away from the Subaru STI or the WRX because it's not a hatch. That trunk is large. It does fit a lot of stuff, but obviously you're going to be limited height-wise compared to a hatchback. I'll be honest, the Type R, you could fit a little bit more stuff in the back. Even with the seats down, seats up, you can fit more stuff in the Type R. Am I missing the Type R? Every now and then I do think about her, but I'm still loving the RS. And the funny thing is that I'm already, I always talk about what's the next car going to be. I got people already asking me, hey, what's your next direction that you're going to go? My wife and I have been talking about things, so stay tuned for that, because I'm going to be posting some vlogs about where our car choice is going to go between my wife and I. Interior, I'm still loving the seats. I know a lot of people are on the fence. They're too tight. I'm 200 pounds. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm not a small guy. It fits me snug, but not too snug, and I love it. I love the power lumbar in the back, compared to the Type R or the STI. No lumbar really whatsoever. I really like that, especially because there are days now that I am getting older where my lower back hurts. And with having that extra support, it makes driving the car that much better. Interior wise, I would like to see on the next Focus a little bit higher quality in the materials compared to the Type R. That's where it's lacking. Um, there's a lot of black. It's all one note. Some people like that. To me, it's fine. Am I blown away by it? No, but it's still a nice place to be inside the car. I really like the leather surfaces, like on the door handle and also on that center console armrest. Very, very nice leather, very, very soft. It's perfect for where I place my arms, where I drive. Other than that, things are going great. I check under the hood every couple hundred miles. Oil's been great. Antifreeze has been great. I know that's one of the problems, is that supposedly if the antifreeze starts disappearing, you could be having a head gasket issue. I did use my GoPro, and I noticed that I do have the updated head gasket already installed, because remember, this is a late 2017. This was built in September. So the affected cars goes up to July. I haven't received any letter yet. I'll keep you in the loop if anything is to change on that. But still an enjoyment to drive. Another thing I've noticed is that I'm starting to see more people waving that are in Ford Focus STs and a couple RSs that I see every now and then. So that's kind of cool, because that reminds me, that's one thing I miss from my Subaru, is that great brotherhood and people waving every time you see a WRX or a WRX STI, or at least that's what you're supposed to be doing. So if you own one of those, make sure you're paying attention because sometimes people, when they wave, they like to get a wave back. It's kind of nice to share it. But anyways, at the end of the day, I'm happy. Stay tuned for more. If there's anything you want to know in particular about the RS, if you're considering one, or you want to know a little bit more about my experience, leave a comment in that comment section. You could go to my website and send me a message directly at raitiesrides.com. Check out my Instagram, Raitiesrides, all original content. We reached 2,500 subscribers, so thank you. I'm very grateful for those of you who have already subscribed. If you have not hit that subscribe button, please join the party. Hit that subscribe button. I promise it's worth coming back to check in. Each and every day, I have new and exciting stuff to post, whether it's a vlog, a review, in-depth stuff, whatever you guys want. If you have something in particular you want to see, leave a comment in the comment section. And like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.